welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to make a Cai Bao, which are vegetarian steamed buns. I really like these because when I was younger, my grandparents would always have them at their house, and then when I went over after school, I'd always have them as like a nice afternoon snack. I've never made them before. We used to get them from, I think, either Ranch 99 or Marina Foods in the cooked food section. But yeah, they just came in like a pack of 4, I think. And my grandparents are vegetarian, so that's why we always got the vegetarian ones. But they're really good, and I'm really excited to make them. So the filling is going to be a mixture of cai, which is shepherd's purse, and then shitake, which are salt preserved mustard greens. And then we're also gonna put in some mushrooms and woody mushrooms as well. Yeah, so now we're going to start making the dough, and this is what you'll need. As usual, I'm gonna do everything in grams and then put the measurements in the description bar down below in cups and teaspoons and everything. So first we need 325 grams of flour, 4.5 to 5 grams of sugar, 4.5 to 5 grams of yeast, then 3 grams of baking powder, 225 grams of warm water. And most importantly, you want this to be warm, but not too hot, just because you don't want to kill the yeast. And this looks good because it's starting to bubble and foam already. So now I'm just gonna mix this together. So now it's all mixed together, and I'm just going to let it rest for 10 minutes so the gluten has some time to like chill, and then we'll be back to knead it some more. And it's nice and soft. So I've been letting the cai sit in water because it was frozen, and then now I'm just going to drain it and wring it out. So I drained it. Now I'm going to put this tea towel down. Oh. And then pour this in and squeeze all of the water out. This is important just because you don't want your vegetable buns to be soggy. So this just helps remove the water. Like, do you see all that water that just came out? Okay. And then now it's very dry, and hopefully it won't release too much water when we are steaming them, so our buns don't get soggy. Nice. And now we have lots of drier vegetables, and we're gonna chop these up. Now we're gonna start to prepare our filling. So it's going to be a combination of the cai and shitake. And we also have these mushrooms. They were like dried shiitake mushrooms, but we just soaked them in some water. And then woodier mushrooms, which are also dried, but we soaked them in water as well. So we're gonna chop everything up, fry the mushroom and the wood ear mushroom in some oil to try and like release the liquids, and then mix it all in with our chopped green vegetables and some oil and salt and stuff. So let's get to it. Here is the vegetable. We're gonna mix it. Mix, mix, mix. Vegetable. Cool. I think I'm gonna need a bigger bowl later. That's for later. Vegetable-y. Really good though. So the dough has been resting for 10 minutes, and that just lets the gluten form. And now we're going to knead it for 10 minutes to develop more gluten. So to knead, you kind of just like pull it back here and then push it out with the heel of your hand, and then bring it back in, and then keep doing that. So you can do it with one hand. This is kind of sticky, but it'll get less sticky as the gluten develops. Anyways, you want to do this for 10 minutes. And you don't want to skip out on that just because the dough won't develop as well if you don't knead it for as long, which makes sense because we're developing gluten and kneading for gluten. Yeah, I'll keep doing this then. This is actually my first time kneading dough before, and it's really tiring. I'm like getting a little bit sweaty. Anyways, I hope this is almost over. I think this is done. It looks like a ball of dough, and you can poke it. It has been 10 minutes of kneading, so I'm gonna say that it's done. It looks pretty good though. It's very like soft and I don't know. Anyways, this is gonna go in here for 1 to 2 hours so it can finish rising, and then we will work on the filling. See you soon. First, I squeezed out the water from the mushrooms, and now I'm just chopping it into small cubes. Now I'm chopping up the wood ear mushrooms also into small cubes. Then I heated up 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil in the pan. Waited for the oil to get hot and then added in the mushrooms and the wood ear mushrooms. I stir fried this for about 5 to 10 minutes and also added in 2 teaspoons of salt. So just wait until the mixture is quite dry and the water has mostly released. Now we're going to mix these together with some salt and oil to finish making the filling. So I'm just going to do a couple spoons of salt and then like 2 or 3 tablespoons of oil, just so that it doesn't dry out. And try to mix these together without spilling it everywhere. Give it a taste. That's really good. Cool. Now we can check on our dough. This is what it looks like. It's vegetables and mushrooms and salt and oil. And this is what our dough looks like. It's basically like doubled in size, which is what we wanted. And it has nice bubbles. Cool. So now we're just gonna push it down to release the gas. Ooh, it's kind of cool. So just like push out the air in it. And then we're gonna roll out the wrappers. I split the dough in 2 and now I'm just rolling them into logs. And 2. Cool. So I'm gonna cut these into, I wanna say 8 pieces each. And then we're gonna roll them into like little balls. I'm rolling out the dough with lots of flour just because the dough is quite sticky, so I don't want it to stick to the rolling pin or my hand. So it's a lot bigger this time, so hopefully we can put more in. Okay, so again, kind of just like fold it into itself and then like twist it. Okay, it's getting easier because I think I got the motion down. Oh, it's definitely getting easier. Oh, and it's actually kind of pretty. This is so cool. And then it's closed. There, much better. My second one. Cool. And then again, plop. And it goes to rest. Alrighty, this gives me hope. So this is what the finished buns look like, and then they're going to rise for about 30 minutes and we're gonna steam them. This is what they look like after they've risen for about 30 minutes. So they've puffed up quite a bit more. And now we can steam them. The buns have been steaming for 15 minutes, then I turned off the fire and let them sit for another 5 minutes. And now they're done. So this is what they look like. And they look super good. They've puffed up quite a bit and they're soft. Okay, now we can taste them. Here's one of our buns. It looks super nice and like it's very soft and fluffy. So we're gonna open it up. And you can see there's like, look at the bread, it's so fluffy. And now we're gonna taste it. It's so good. The bun is like super fluffy. And I really like the filling with like the mushrooms and the vegetables. I will definitely make these again. Wow, I love these so much. I really like vegetarian steamed dumplings, vegetarian steamed buns, like a lot of vegetarian steamed things. And it would be fun to make them all. So maybe I'll try that. Anyways. I hope you guys liked the video and that you'll like and subscribe down below. These buns are super tasty and you should definitely try making them yourselves. Like, even if you like meat, they're still really good. Well, of course they don't taste like meaty, but even people who like meat can enjoy like vegetarian tasting things, right? Anyways. Yeah, I really like these buns and they were actually pretty easy to make. It was my first time making them and I think they turned out pretty well. I hope you guys liked this video and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!